Today, I'm going to be introducing Loomflow. Loomflow is an agentic-based project management system that gets out of your way and lets you do your work. Well, Loomflow has an excellent user interface giving you things like a project board that allows drag and drop functionality and a planning board that lets you handle bulk actions. It also has great analytics. It's a lot more than that. Loomflow is agentic, meaning you can engage with your projects without even leaving your AI tool of choice. Today, I'm going to be demonstrating those powerful agentic capabilities, and I'm going to save a walkthrough of the user interface for another video. To begin this demo, I've created a new project that I'm calling Blitz. It's just going to be a simple to-do application built purely to demonstrate the agentic capabilities of the tool. The Loomflow agent tools work wherever MCP servers are supported, working in editors like Cursor and Google's Anti-Gravity, Windsurf, and Cloud Code, and other tools as well. For today's demonstration, I'm going to be using Cursor, which is one of my favorite development tools, and I'm going to start by setting the active project to Blitz. Can you set my active project to Blitz? As you can see, my agent now set the active project to Blitz. It also took a look to see if it could find tickets within the project, and it can see that it's a new project and we're just getting started on it. At this point, I can start creating tickets, or updating tickets, or setting my active ticket, but I'm going to go ahead and give the agent a little bit more information about this project and see if it can help me do some analysis and create some tickets for me. Blitz is going to be a to-do application. I want it to be simple to use and just have the basic to-do type of features. I want to be able to prioritize my to-dos. I want to be able to check my to-dos off when they're complete and have them archived, and just basic features like that. Can you go ahead and give me a plan for this project and maybe create some tickets for me? As you can see, as my agent does its analysis, it's gone ahead and put together a plan for me, and it's created tickets for the plan. And if you open one of these tickets up, you're going to see that it actually gives me a nice description so that later on I can have the agent come through, and we'll demonstrate this in a minute, and actually implement these tickets. Another thing you may have noticed is the Kanban board within Loomflow is live, meaning as the agent makes updates, anyone who's viewing the board will see them immediately without refreshing their browser. The last thing our agent said was that it let me know that it created the tickets in the system and asked, should I start with Blitz 001 and get the database structure in place? Why don't we go ahead and get started with Blitz 0001? Why don't you go ahead and move that to in progress? It's moved the ticket to done, and it believes it has completed that task. I'm not going to do this for demonstration, but most of the time I let the agent know that I like to do a code review on those before we move them to the done column, but we're going to go ahead and call this ticket done. Okay, I've gone ahead and reviewed all the changes and accepted those changes, and now we're going to move on to the next prompt. Hey, can you show me a list of all the high priority items in the to-do column? Okay, and you can see that I don't even have to open up this user interface over here. It's giving me a list of all the highest priority items here. And I can even actually reorder these tickets if I want. I can say, hey, will you make Blitz 0003 a higher priority than Blitz 0002? And you can see over here, it actually reordered these two tickets, but I don't actually want them to be. It actually had them in the right order. So I'm going to go ahead and move them back in the user interface to where they were before. Okay, I've gone ahead and changed that back to the original order. I decided Blitz 002 is probably a higher priority. Will you go ahead and get started on that, move it into in progress, and give me a summary of the ticket, and then if you can kind of give me some ideas on how you might want to implement that. Once again, you can see that it's moved our ticket over to in progress, and then it's given me a little bit of information about it, telling me how it intends to implement it, which this is nice. And so I can click the implementation strategy and decide if it's a go. That looks good. Why don't you go ahead and implement that ticket for me? I'm going to go ahead and accept all these changes. Again, I would normally do a more thorough review, but for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and accept them as is. And now I'm going to have it do something else. I like this summary you did, the technical details. Can you go ahead and add that as a comment on our ticket? So now you can see over here, it's added this as a markdown in our comments there. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video here. The purpose of this video was just to give you a demonstration of the agentic capabilities within Loomflow, and I think we've done that. I hope you can see how powerful this is and how Loomflow is going to help people stay in their flow.